Hello everyone, this is Rushali Patil. I will be handling a subject Banking Law and Practice. This subject is recommended by Rani Channamma University for 3rd semester BCom students. The purpose of this subject is to create awareness about practical banking operations. This subject is very easy subject. Why this subject is easy? Because all of us, we are the customers of the bank and we enter into transactions with the bank, and all those transactions we are going to discuss in detail in this subject, Banking Law and Practice. We are going to discuss these transactions from legal perspective. So this subject is very general subject. Everyone may be knowing many concepts what we are going to discuss. Now before we start with the subject, we will discuss the syllabus of this subject, what we are going to study under this syllabus. As you know, we have to study 5 units for every subject. In this subject also, for 80 marks, we are going to study 5 units. The first unit is about banker and banking. Second unit is banker and customer relationship. Third unit is about checks. Fourth unit is opening and operating customers' accounts. Fifth unit is e-banker and internet banking. So these 5 units we are going to discuss under this subject. Now we will start discussion about the first unit. That is, first unit is banker and banking. In this first unit, what we are going to discuss? We will have a glance at it. In this first unit, we are going to discuss about meaning and definition of bank, banking, and we are going to study banker and origin of banks and growth of banking system in India as well as in the world. Then we are going to discuss Banking Regulation Act. We are going to study some provisions of this act which is passed in the year 1949, and all the banks in India are regulated by the provisions of this act. In this first unit, we are going to discuss types of different banks. What are the different types of banks? Then we are going to study functions of commercial bank. In detail, we are going to study those functions. Now today we will have a discussion about meaning of bank. What does it mean by bank? We know what is bank or what does it mean by bank. But to put it in proper words, what is bank? Bank is a financial institution. What this financial institution does? So the basic function of the bank is to collect money. From whom? From the public in the form of savings and deposits. So there are few people, out of their earnings, after their expenditure, some money will be left out with them. So they will be having some money, and they want to save that money for future. They want that their money should be safe, as well as they want to earn money out of that money in the form of interest. So these people approach the bank, go to the bank, and they put that money or they keep that money in the bank in the form of deposits. Now what the bank does with that deposit? So whatever money bank collects from the public, that money again bank distributes that money to the needy persons in the form of loans and advances. So there is another segment, another section in the society, those people who are in need of money. Bank provides money to these people which bank has collected from in the form of deposits from the depositors. Any person who wants to earn money, the first requirement is money, capital. Say for example, one person wants to start a business. So what is the first necessity? Money. To earn money also, money is required. So he wants a capital to start a business. From where such people get money? So they approach the banks and they get the money in the form of loans from the bank. So the meaning of the bank is, in short, what is bank? Bank is a financial institution which collects money from the public in the form of savings and deposits, and collected money bank again distributes it to the needy people, and those people use that money in various different forms. So every activity requires money, may it be agriculture, industry, commerce, trade, business, whatever it is. So that money which bank has collected from the depositors, again it will be distributed to those needy people. So this is about the meaning of the bank. Now it is said that bank is a tank of money. So here a bank is compared with a water tank. Now what does it mean? How they have compared bank with a water tank? So it is said that bank works on the same principle or in the same way how water tank works. What does it mean by that? So water is collected in the water tanks from different sources, and afterwards the water is distributed through different channels. In the same way, bank also collects deposits from different sources from different people, and that collected money, accumulated amount, again it will be distributed through different sources to the needy people. So they have compared water tank with a bank. So it is said that bank is a tank of money. This is a point on which a question was asked in previous year's question papers for 2 marks. In section A, for 2 marks, they have asked, what do you mean by bank is a tank of money, or explain bank is a tank of money. So in simple terms, bank works in the same way how the water tank works. Water tank collects water and afterwards it is distributed through different channels. In the same way, bank collects money and distributes it to the different people through different channels. So bank is called as a tank of money. So this is about this phrase or sentence, bank is a tank of money. Now, what is the importance of bank? So it is said that banks are the financial mediators and they play very important role in the nation's development or in the economic development of all nations of the world. Banking is called as it is a lifeblood of modern commerce. Modern commerce requires loans, requires bank, requires capital, and that capital is provided by the banks. It is said that banks are backbone of industry, commerce, economy and society. So can you imagine 1 week for which banking services will not be made available? It would be very difficult. So it says that whole economy will be paralyzed if banking services will not be functioning properly. So it is said that banks are very important financial systems. In any country which has efficient banking system, it will lead to economic development of that country. So all activities require capital and that capital is provided by the banks. Now in short, we will discuss the importance of banks. The first is financial intermediaries. Banks act as the financial intermediaries or connecting link between two segments of society. Now bank act as a financial intermediaries means connecting link between whom and whom. So there are two segments or two sections in the society. One is those people who have excess of money and another segment is those people who are in need of money. So bank acts as the connecting link. Bank provides money to needy people. Bank accepts deposits from the people who have excess of money. Now banks, that is a primary function of the bank, that is accepting the deposits and lending the deposits to the needy people. Bank does not just perform this function of accepting and lending the deposits, but along with that, bank provides many value-added services to its customers. Next is banks lead to economic development of every country. Economic development of every country depends upon the efficiency of the banking system in that country, and banks are called as the backbone of economy, industry and commerce. So today in this video we had the meaning of banks. What does it mean by bank? Why banks are called as tank of money, and in short we have discussed importance of banks. In next video we will discuss origin and development of banks in India and throughout the world. Thank you.